Hey friends, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about something really interesting about Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. As you know, in October, Mob Entertainment posted the Steam page of the game, revealing a lot of new information. And right from that page comes a sentence very important. A sentence that, if we analyze it carefully, reveals a very important objective that we will have to deal with in Chapter 5, especially in the final part of the story. It will completely change the way we imagine our role in the game. In this video, we're going to take a look at everything that this mysterious sentence is telling us. What theories it opens. These details are 100% official. Everything we'll talk about today comes directly from the official Steam page of the game, so nothing is made up or random speculation. We are dealing with concrete information that gives us a much clearer idea of what we are going to face. So get ready, because we will try to connect all the most important points. All of this and much more we will discover together. But before we start, make sure to support this video with a big like, because it helps the channel grow and bring even more theories and news like this. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss any of the upcoming videos about Poppy Playtime and all the horror games coming to the channel. Now, get ready, because what we're going to discover today might really reveal the future of Poppy and all the experiments inside the factory. Let's get started. Now let's start analyzing a very important sentence that comes directly from the official Steam description. This sentence is located right at the end of the page and it says, "Will you escape this new realm of shadows with your sanity intact, or will you succumb to the horrors within?" This single sentence already contains so many crucial details that help us understand what the real objective of Chapter 5 will be. By analyzing it carefully, we can notice three key details. The first detail is connected to the word escape. This officially confirms that in Chapter 5 we will absolutely need to escape from the place we end up in. As we know from the ending of Chapter 4, we find ourselves inside the secret laboratory, hidden deep beneath Playtime, full of dark secrets, and a place where no one should ever step foot in. But there's more. The sentence also mentions a new realm of shadows, meaning that this is not just a simple laboratory, but really the kingdom of the prototype. This place is under his full control. He watches, listens, and manipulates everything. He rules here, and we are trapped inside his territory. And that's why the escape will probably be the most important part of the final chapter. So yes, there will definitely be an escape sequence, and we can already imagine that it will be one of the most intense and challenging in the entire saga. It won't be a simple run. Someone will surely try to stop us from leaving alive. And when I say someone, I could be talking about the prototype, or maybe Huggy Wuggy returning once again, or even new monster characters that we haven't seen yet but could have been created specifically to hunt us down. The second detail, as mentioned before, comes from the phrase realm of shadows, meaning that the place we'll explore will not be a normal place at all. It will be a domain where darkness and shadow-like creatures rule. A world where our mind could start to break, where reality could be distorted by the prototype's power. It will be his dimension, his throne, and we will have to face him right in his own home. And already these two details make it very clear that Chapter 5 won't just be a conclusion, but a true fight for survival against forces that want to control our mind and destroy us. But now let's see the third detail hidden in this sentence, and it might be the most disturbing one of all. The sentence clearly mentions sanity. It's not just about escaping physically from the realm of shadows, but also about keeping our mind intact while trying to get out of there. This means that in Chapter 5, the battle won't only be against physical creatures, but especially against what will happen inside the protagonist's mind. And here we can connect this to another very important part of the Steam page, where it talks about the puppet master pulling the strings of madness. A real puppeteer of insanity who controls, manipulates, and exploits the minds of those inside the factory. So in Chapter 5, our mental sanity will be pushed to the limit. The character we're controlling might not be as conscious and aware as in the previous chapters. There could be moments where we can't tell what's real and what's just an illusion. There could be sequences where everything suddenly changes before our eyes. Hallways twisting into impossible shapes, characters appearing out of nowhere, horrifying visions designed to confuse us, make us panic, or push us into making the wrong choices. And all of this while someone is trying to control our mind like we're nothing more than a puppet. And let's not forget that this isn't the first time we've experienced something like this in the game. In Chapter 3, We already had a taste of this nightmare when we were trapped inside the red smoke hallucination. That moment showed us how easily the protagonist's mind can be manipulated into pure terror. Knowing that in the secret laboratory they create experiments, substances, and terrifying technologies, it's extremely likely that we will see the red smoke again in Chapter 5. So we could once again find ourselves trapped in illusions where what we see is not real. And the prototype will try to break our sanity to stop us from escaping. So this third detail confirms that Chapter 5 won't just be about escaping and physically surviving, but about fighting a psychological war against madness itself. A battle against a hidden enemy who wants to tear our mind apart from the inside. Now let's try to connect all these points to give a logical and narrative sense to the situation we will face in Chapter 5. Let's start right where we left off at the end of Chapter 4. The laboratory door closes behind us, completely isolating us from the outside world and preventing any possible escape. And immediately after, the infamous red smoke starts to escape. We know very well that this smoke has the power not only to distort the mind but also to make us lose consciousness. So it is very likely that our character, immediately after the blackout at the end, fell into a total state of unconsciousness. And this is where the most mysterious part comes in. What happens to the protagonist after passing out? Who moves them? Where do they take them? One possible theory is that someone dragged our character to another area of the laboratory, perhaps into a secret room where the most gruesome experiments take place. Or we could wake up locked in an underground prison, right next to the denizens, those tortured characters mentioned in the Steam page. So, right from the start of Chapter 5, the situation will be terrifying. But the most important thing is that, with that door closed, we have officially entered the prototype's realm, that realm of shadows clearly mentioned on the Steam page. Here everything is under its control. Every corridor, every shadow, every voice in our head. And it is precisely here that we will finally discover the whole truth. The darkest secrets of Playtime Co. will come to light and we will understand the true origins of what the prototype represents. Obviously. However, our objective will not be just to explore, because sooner or later, we will have to face the most important mission. Stop the prototype once and for all. And this will surely be the most intense and dangerous part of the game. Clearly, we will not be alone. If there were no antagonists around to chase us, everything would be too easy. So we will constantly be pursued, hindered, and threatened by deformed creatures, failed experiments, and anyone serving the prototype with Huggy Wuggy. And once everything is completed, once the main mission is accomplished, the most difficult moment will arrive. The final escape. An escape that could be similar to the sequences of the previous chapters, but with tension 1,000 times higher. Because not only will we have to run and survive, but at the same time we will have to protect our sanity, while everything tries to confuse us, scare us, and manipulate us. And very likely, during this extreme escape, there will also be the final boss fight. Thank you so much for watching the video until the end. You are amazing. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell for the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.